after you get cheated on, it often feels like your internal compass is broken. Like you used to be able to trust yourself, but now you don't even know what's real or not. This is often connected to the replaying of past events, and you're replaying them not because you're trying to relive the pain, but because you're trying to figure out how you didn't understand what was happening. How could I have not pieced this together? So you often struggle with fear of making decisions, even small ones, even decisions unrelated to relationships, because you feel like, well, what if I choose wrong? And it's very weird because you feel ashamed that you allowed yourself to be deceived, even when you're not the one who did it. They are. So you start to wonder, like, was the person who cheated on me a genius? Or was I really stupid? Like, did they do an extremely good job hiding this? And like, playing my emotions? Or was I just a blind fool? And then it gets really annoying when you can't even trust your own emotional reactions day by day. So you might have a thought to check on what they're up to. And it's hard to tell whether that's like your intuition, your gut telling you something, your body knowing something, or is it just anxiety? And it can get kind of global as well, because if you can't trust yourself to navigate the world, suddenly the whole world feels a lot less safe. And it's extremely frustrating when people very bluntly say, yeah, you should have seen this coming. Yeah, I don't know how you didn't see this coming. Yeah, of course, he or she is the type of person who would do this. What people that say those things often don't recognize is, number one, just how cynical they sound. And then number two, it's very different when you're actually in the relationship. When you're in it, your brain wants to protect you by believing that the relationship is safe. And trauma, including past trauma from before the relationship, can impact your own self-perception. You might have been able to recognize these signs if it hadn't been for the trauma, but with it, you're just trying to lay low, ignore, and stay safe. And oftentimes, the part of our brains or intuitions that are looking for danger don't think to include the people that are closest to us. We don't think that we have to. They're kind of just an assumed data point and reference point, and they're part of our own internal map for how we view the world. And so, of course, you miss the signs. And something that I think is often ignored is that there is often a lot of little betrayals along the way, and that can desensitize you. If you just get used to small betrayals and lies and deceit, then when the big ones come, it's harder to spot those as well, because you've let a lot slide over the years. And it was usually done out of love and patience and long suffering, like wanting to be there for them, wanting to be patient. But you're kind of wearing your own intuition down at the same time. But also a big part of this is that you were lied to. You were deceived. I don't think that in most contexts we expect people to always know when they're being lied to. Like if you think of it in a business context, or if you think of it in the context of just two friends. If one friend tells another friend that they're going on a vacation to California, but in reality they're going on a vacation to Florida, how are they supposed to pick that up? How are they supposed to just know that they're being lied to? It's impossible. So how can you rebuild your own self-trust again? I think one of the big things is to view your intuition as a muscle. You want to be able to rebuild it. That means testing it. That means it might sometimes be right. It might sometimes be wrong. But it's only by actually going off your intuition every now and then that you can learn whether or not it's working right or not. But you need to separate the intuition just from anxiety. And so combining these two ideas together, when a thought to not trust someone enters your mind, sit with it. Don't immediately act on it. Once your heart stops racing, once things have calmed down a bit internally and externally, if that core doubt is still there, trust it. Same thing on the trust side. If you're trying to decide whether or not you can trust someone and there is a impulse to trust them, wait until the emotions die down. Wait until the spur of the moment nature of it dies down, because that can often just be neurochemical. Once all that has died down, if there still is that core element of trust, then trust. But again, you're testing these things. You are going in the moment with what feels right in your body after the chemicals have left, but not assuming that that's the gospel truth. not assuming that you've got it right. Recognizing that it is a weaker muscle that you're going to have to redevelop. And you'll probably be wrong more times than you're right. One way to do this is by reality checking with safe people, getting other people's grounded perspective who don't have a strong vested interest one way or another. So if it's someone who hates your partner, they're probably not the best person. If there's someone who absolutely adores your partner, they're probably not the right person. People that can just be objective and help kind of navigate things with you. In doing this, like I said, I kind of hinted this way. A lot of it comes down to how it feels in your body. So doing things that get you back into your body, grounding exercises, breath work, yoga, physical exercise, running, lifting weight, meditation, all these things can help you to just reconnect with your body, which will help you just understand the physical, visceral, gut level reactions that you have to different things. And if you have no clue what I'm talking about, think back on past moments of your life when you made a good decision that had to rely primarily just on your instincts, and think about what was that like. And then list out the moments when you made the wrong decision. Think of what that was like. Try to get a sense. It's very difficult to put into words, but try to get a sense of the different way that it felt internally in those moments. That's what you're going to begin to look for moving forward. And as you're navigating all this, I want to just acknowledge it's obviously complicated. This is obviously complex. Self-doubt is a normal byproduct of any type of traumatic experience. It is not a sign of your personal failure. And people tend to ignore red flags, not because they're blind or stupid. It's part of just how we're wired. Like, we are wired for community. We're wired to have someone that we trust with everything. And let this be an opportunity to reconnect to your core, to reconnect to who you are. Oftentimes we drift from self-trust. This is a great opportunity. It's a necessary opportunity to reconnect to that. And in case this needs to be stated, let me say it very clearly. Self-trust isn't something that you have or don't have in a binary way. It can feel that way because you probably lost a lot of it really quickly after the infidelity. But it's not going to return all at once in most cases. It tends to return gradually as you prove to yourself that you're capable of listening, discerning, and acting wisely.